walk into any other store, whether it's Target, whether it's Macy's or wherever, you know, or yeah, exactly, you know, and the single, this is our own African hub market. This is, oh, you want that skirt? Oh, you see this rash can I do that day? Oh, you can go to 8530 Gateway, blah, 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 and walk in there, you get it there, $50, $70, and all of that. This is something that I believe we can do. Ms. Leda, can you please, you know, shine more light on your thoughts on the African fashion marketplace?
Thank you. Now, if you are talking about a traditional marketplace, for example, the one that you have on Bethesda, when they have in Bethesda, the Coop, they have one where you come every Saturday, you can like a market, okay? Or you're talking about a store, a department store. Because if you're talking about a traditional market, then I would have told you, you didn't listen to what she just said. And because I think big for Africa, and the only way that the African fashion, like the clothes that you make, and also your wraps and etc., can have visibility is definitely through a brick and mortar, right?
Yes.
So now it was the example. I had a very nice chat with Alfred 3 years ago, and he wanted to launch here in DC Africa House for the Fashion and Arts. I don't know how far he is in that project, but it was not just to carry his brand, right? So I will definitely contact him if you remind me and see where he is. And if you have a group of designers that are willing to start this venture with him, I think that will be the first, step for you to get more visibility. And it is better if you have one person with an established brand, like an Alpha D. It's like, you guys need to team up with some pioneers, those of you in the mid-career and the young ones, so that we can see the trend, but also we can see what Africa has to offer when it comes to talent in this store, and everybody will come and see it. But I don't think you should neglect the e-platform, because a lot of people today, believe me or not, look at the options that they have on the internet, and would rather make their purchase because they don't have time to go to a store or have other challenges. And you can even have customers from California wanting to buy your products, and they need to have access. So you have to do it in tandem, like having a brick and mortar and also a virtual store. That would be the best advice.
Yes, and of course, being over 10 years in this industry, I understand the power of platform and all of that. But the same people on the platform, I'm sure some of us have websites here, and you will just leave platform, probably will be directly to the private jet, right? I'm sure, right? who is a designer, who was a designer and all of that. If you get to a place and you say, you know what, it's not a competition, this is not about whose brand is this or whose brand is that. When I remember when our family came, we had this African Fashion Week big, over 300 people at the embassy of Nigeria, and I was like, family, you cannot be in the country without us not recognizing you. You know, say, but I didn't mention I'm going to say, no, we need to give you an award. We need to recognize you. We need to, recognize you, and we did just that. And we had conversations and all that. So when you understand that the power, people say your brand carries my brand and that brand, and I'm sure when can you imagine we have a space like this or we have a space and look at working to say, I'm coming to shop. You think they're going to leave without shopping? When they see all those beautiful colors, and you can imagine seeing what Miss Leila is wearing, 10 of those pieces. I'm not like, you know what? I buy extra large for my sister, buy the middle for the, medium for this. I'm serious. You're looking at me like, this is beautiful. Like, I can do so much with this. Or look at that hair wrap. Are you kidding me? I can just put that on and, do my dress and all that. So I believe in the opportunities. That there's so much opportunities for African designers. Go ahead.
One thing I was going to say is, we study the fashion industry everywhere else except in Africa. We would say that it is a structure with layers who take responsibility. I don't think Bloomingdale's was started by designers. It was started by people who saw that designers needed to exhibit or sell their products. The designers cannot do everything. Because when we engage ourselves in doing every single thing, we end up being lost. We don't know what to focus on. We want to be the marketers. We want to be the salespeople. We want to train other people. It gets too bogus. I mean, it gets so heavy that you end up just staying in a mediocre place. But when African people who have this interest look at design dad was the happiest person on earth. And when I became a designer, I was not even on this topic of discussion. I was not. He was ashamed of me. My mom told me, you're a disgrace, you're a failure. So how do we put all of those things together to make what we are doing an industry? So
No, you read my mind, and I'd like to applaud you because you have the misperception of being an artist, period, coming from an African traditional and conservative family, where in some societies, if you engage into art, they see you as a failure, but they see somebody else doing that, but not their kids. And then you have those who don't believe in you. It's not because they don't believe in you, it's because they don't have themselves the talent, and they envy you. And I like to say all the time that in Africa, this is where we have the highest concentration of PhDs. And what do I mean by that? Pull him down, pull her down. And you come up with your designer, you'd like to start your project. And I think that it is our role to support you, because yes, you cannot be your own photographer. Yes, you cannot be your own marketing person, but you have sitting next to you someone who can help you with your communication, for example. And it is for you and everybody else here in the room to identify the right voice that can carry your voice. One, I was looking at Angélique Kidjo. Angélique Kidjo today, whenever she has a show, she doesn't wear anything but an African attire. And she's able to move on stage with that, with high heels. And Angélique Kidjo would be someone I would recommend that you try to reach out to and see, this is my idea. And it is about empowering the designers. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but it's about Africa, and it is about promoting our talents. She can be a good voice. And you look at Beyonce. So whenever Beyonce wears an African print, and they are not even African prints, they are prints that somebody woke up one day and attributed those prints to Africa. When you look at the Holland wax, they are not African prints, right? But you can find the African prints in the woven traditional clothes, right? So now, when she wears that, everybody's like, oh, this is so nice. We need to buy that. And guess what? You go to Christian Dior and find it at $2,000. Oh, it's so wonderful. But yet, in reality, it costs only 60 or 50. So we need to identify the right people who have the network, those in the marketing, those in the real estate, because you can even find somebody with enough money who is willing to help you with your real estate needs. Okay, it can be an NGO, it can be a philanthropist, and you have a lot of philanthropists dying to do something with their money. And they're not, maybe they're not in DC, but you can find them in the US for sure, right? And so that would be what I have to tell you. And yes, structure is the most important thing. If you're not structured, I mean, there's no way you can go far. And I give you an example, and I liked when you were talking about your experience with your parents being a banker, and then coming back here and have to study. One little thing, in Ivory Coast, back in the 70s, 80s, they had a school, fashion school. It's still there, but it is not as, I mean, they tried, they are still trying. So, but I wanted to share with you an example. The whole time I went to school there, primary, middle school, and throughout high school, every time there is a dropout, they say, oh, okay, she needs to go and learn how to sew. So we have to change the mentality, because dropping out of school because you don't have the average, that was the case. I and they didn't want the child to repeat, or sometimes the child had repeated the class 3 times, and that was the limit, right? So they said, okay, let's go and so let's identify someone in the neighborhood who has a small shop, and then you learn, and that will make you a woman, and you will be autonomous. It is wrong, because it is a business. It is a business, and if you don't know how to count, if you don't know how to measure, I mean, and add. So coming back to this, the point that I made earlier, we need some specialized school. Vocational training is one, and this is what we do at IGD. And we're starting a program in September. I have a program on empowering women in conflict zones in Africa. And the pilot will be in Burkina and Niger. And we're going to train women who are in artifacts and in agriculture and fashion, and those who are refugees, and those who are in zones where the terrorist attacks are recurrent, and so forth. So, and this is real, and it's not just a talk, right? But ultimately, what I would like to see is a center where, with this free trade agreement that we have, where we can say, okay, for those who don't speak English, for example, we identify a country in Francophone Africa. This will be like the vocational, for fashion industry, designers, for those who are Anglophone, but today even language is no longer a barrier. So we can just choose one country and build that, okay? And school, we have something of the kind for the food industry, and a huge center where exactly like the industrial kitchens here. There's one West Africa. Why not the same for the fashion industry? Knowing that more and more the American companies in the clothing industry, Calvin Klein and so forth, hire the services of some African to manufacture their clothes. One example be Ethiopia, but they had to be trained to really meet all the needs of Calvin Klein and Nautica and etc. So we can do that. They have that in Ethiopia, but why not having different centers like that all over the continent? And that's pretty much what I have to share with you when it comes to being structured, and also not being ashamed of being talented, you know?
So in other words, okay, we have a question, very quickly. In other words, we have IGD just with us. We have IGD. So can we please celebrate with Leila again?
Too much.
You people don't understand when we have this corporate big bodies and all of those big leaders and all of that in our corner. You understand, right? You do. You people don't understand when we're just talking about someone being a voice and all of that. You don't understand how far this is going to go. Because I know her for sure, not just on a personal friendship level, that she's an action woman, no nonsense woman. She's a woman that thinks the president of all over the world. She's no nonsense, and she will take you, okay, she will sit down telling you she's very passionate about what she believes in. And so that is why I'm so grateful that, she's able to be with us here today. That means a whole lot to us. I know from this day onwards, we are making progress. We're going to be making a whole lot of progress. And she's not just saying this because she wants to make you all happy to be here. No. I know this part of my right here. And so go ahead. I wanted to just chip in that very quickly. Go ahead. You want to have a question?
That's Ambassador Happy.
Good afternoon.
Oh, that's one lady who parked behind you. But